Today, most historians say that we live in what we call now a post-Christian world, with the end of Christendom, as it was in history. Monsignor James Shea, one I've been following and reading, he's got a number of books. He's been speaking now about how we are in the middle of not just an era of changes, because we all know the world's changing and it's changing fast, but he says it is a change in an era. An end of Christendom, and now we're entering into a time of, who knows what it'll be named, but right now they call it post-Christianity. We all know that. I mean, I think that it should sound right to everybody here because we're living through it and we're Christians. For most Catholic families, the experience is when I sit down with them to bury their faithful and faith-filled, devotional and deeply Catholic grandmother who went to daily mass, loved the Blessed Mother, prayed the rosary every day, and knew Catholic teaching. So that's who I'm trying to bury, the families in front of me. The unbaptized grandchildren sit there on their phones in complete void of what we're doing and have no connection at all when I try to say we're planning a Catholic funeral where we're going to pray for her soul and ask God to forgive any of her sins and offer the holy sacrifice of the Mass to help her get to heaven. You can see they have no idea what I'm talking about or what that means. And I think that's because Christendom came a consciousness that was just built into our culture. So even if you weren't that religious or you were just floating along, you just took it in anyway. There were sort of key themes like original sin, sacrifice, heaven, hell, purgatory, saints, daily offerings, fasting for religious purposes, Sundays as a special day, the need for a savior, devotions, Christian virtues, the family. There was a whole ethos, as they say, which is the characteristic spirit of a culture. And it was Christianity, which you could count on that everyone kind of knew what you were talking about because they referred to it in schools and businesses and government, even if they didn't hang up a picture of Jesus or they weren't particularly religious.